Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining us during the Lytham Partners Fall 2024 Investor Conference. My name is Roger Weiss, and I'm a Vice President at Lytham Partners. In this presentation, we welcome NeuroSense Therapeutics, NASDAQ ticker symbol NRSN, and with us today is their Chief Financial Officer, Or Eisenberg. Or's background includes serving as CFO and interim CEO at Weiss Pharma, plus several financial management positions in various biotech firms and the Katir Fund Group. He's a CPA and began his career at E&Y. NeuroSense is a clinical stage biopharma company targeting the discovery and development of innovative therapies for neurodegenerative diseases with a lead focus on ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay, Or, let's get started.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. How did NeuroSense get started, and why specifically target neurodegenerative disease?
So this is actually a very interesting story. NeuroSense was established in 2017 by Alon Ben-Nun, who is our founder and current CEO. And this is after he met randomly a guy by the name of Shai Rishoni. This meeting just changed his course of life. At that time, Alon had a consultancy company, and at that time he thought that there must be a better solution to treat ALS, this horrible disease that Shai Rishoni was an ALS patient. And Alon gathered brilliant people around him to find a solution for this disease. And this is how NeuroSense was born.
Wow, so a very personal entree into the pharma area.
Absolutely.
When we think about ALS, what are the current state of existing therapies out there? And if you give us a feel for not only the therapies, but certainly the U.S. population with ALS, and the size of the problem.
So when we're speaking about ALS, as of today, there are only 2 FDA-approved drugs in the market for the sporadic ALS patients. The issue is that they are working mildly, and obviously there is a huge unmet need here, as patients with fatal disease like ALS causes them paralysis and eventually death within about 3 to 5 years. They really need something to help them function for a longer time, to increase the lifespan and quality of life. With respect to the prevalence, so in US alone, there are about 30,000 patients at any given moment. About 5,000 people are being diagnosed each year with the disease, and about the same number die in the US. The potential market for an effective drug is huge. It can exceed $1 billion in sales annually.
Wow. So maybe we could segue into your lead drug, Prime C. Could you kind of talk to us at certainly a high level about the focus that the solution that your lead candidate Prime C brings to the table?
Absolutely. Prime C is, as you said, our lead drug candidate, is working on multiple targets in ALS, and therefore has the potential to delay the disease progression significantly. Gladly, we confirmed that indeed it slows down the decline of the patients meaningfully in our clinical study that we are having. And we are excited that the outcome of the study showed the best results ever seen in an advanced placebo-controlled clinical study.
Wow. Maybe you could talk a little bit more about Prime C, where it sits in the current regulatory process.
Yeah, actually, these are really exciting moments or exciting times for us since we've already submitted the package to the FDA and we are in discussions with them on the path forward for Prime C. And soon, very soon, we'll get their feedback on our plans.
So I'm sorry. So just to be specific, so from a clinical standpoint, you've already gone through phase 3 and are now talking to them about the NDA.
On the clinical endpoint, we are about to conclude our phase 2B. We have already presented the results from the first part of it, which is 6-month double-blind part. And after these 6 months, all the patients start the open label extension of additional 12 months of treatment with Prime C. We have already shared the results of the 12 months period, meaning the 6 months double-blind part plus 6 months of the open label extension. And very soon, in less than 2 months, we are going to finish the whole 18-month study, and we will present these results in December.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Yeah, assuming things continue to go well, what kind of expectation do you think you would have in terms of actually getting this one to a NDA and going through the approval process?
So it depends. Under the conservative route, probably in 2027, we will be able to approve this drug. There may be other routes, and we are exploring it. But in any case, we'll continue to do above and beyond to bring this drug, Prime C, as soon as possible to the patient.
Got it. And earlier you talked about the opportunity here as being something that could be as much as $1 billion in terms of revenues. I guess kind of when we think about it, who is paying for this type of drug if it were approved, and how much are we talking about per year for a treatment cost?
Luckily, we can learn a lot from other drugs that were brought to the market and were sold for about $150,000 annually, which were covered by the insurance companies, even though the effect was mild. I think it implied the potential that Prime C had, the potentially likely to be a first-line treatment for ALS.
Wow. Got it. If I could move on to more, I guess we'll call it mundane stuff in terms of financial question. Where do you sit right now in terms of your cash position, burn rate from the company, and how do you think about future capital needs and accessing capital, especially in what's currently a capital constrained environment?
So obviously we try to work in this environment in the slimmest way that is possible. In April, we have just raised $4.5 million, and last month we did an additional less than $1 million round from insiders, including all management participating. We try to utilize also the ATM that we have for another $2.5 million. So we think that we are okay financially beyond the biggest catalyst that we are having, which, as said, is the meeting with the FDA that we have in November and the result of the study that we will have in December. At that point, we will need to fund the phase 3, and we are working on 2 routes in parallel. As we disclosed, we are in discussions with big pharma companies and in parallel also fundamental investors, big VCs that are also interested in this and are waiting for the FDA resolution.
Got it. So there a fair number of opportunities for you, but at this point in time, really, it's first meet with the FDA and see where things sit, and then you can have other discussions with both strategic parties as well as potential investors.
Absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense. Outside of ALS, you'll also have some other drug candidates that are focusing in on Alzheimer and Parkinson's. Obviously, there are significant unmet needs here as well. Kind of conceptually, what ties them together with the ALS, and what gives you confidence that your discovery process, will be constructive for those compounds as well?
So we know that there are shared mechanisms for all neurodegenerative indications, and specifically for Alzheimer's, we saw that many of the mechanisms of actions can be addressed by prime C. We believe that we'll be able to show it in the current Alzheimer's study that we are conducting as we speak. And yeah, I think that we all hope that it works.
And where, in terms of the clinical stage, is that process right now?
So we are conducting Alzheimer's phase 2 clinical study. It is placebo-controlled, and we are looking for the results within a year, in a few months. Parkinson's in a bit earlier stage. We got very good preclinical indications, and we are now looking to partner with some entity that can be involved in this process of development.
Makes a lot of sense. In terms of upcoming milestones, I think we've covered a lot of this just now, but just to, as we're getting closer to the end of the conversation, it sounds like number one biggest milestone coming up is November, and so a month or so away.
Yes. So as said, a month or so away, we have the FDA meeting, which is already scheduled, and we believe that an opportunity, this will open the opportunity for a deal with a big pharma, could be materialized also after that. And other than that, we have in December the publication of the full 18 months clinical study that is very soon gonna finish. And after that, we will aim to initiate the phase 3. It will probably be at the first half of 2025.
Very good. Is there anything else that you want to tell some of the viewers out there about the company, and anything we've missed along the way here?
I don't think that we missed anything. I think that my message is that NeuroSense is a great company. We have great science, amazing clinical results, and devoted team. We are so happy to collaborate with great people outside the company that support this important cause, and just try to expedite the development of Prime C, bring it to patients as fast as we can.
Thank you very much. Or really appreciate you coming and both appearing at the conference and doing this video and talking about the opportunities that NeuroSense has right now, especially with Prime C. I want to note for all the viewers out there who are watching us that NeuroSense's management will be participating in one-on-one meetings during the conference. So please feel free to go to www.lythampartners.com/fall2024 and register for a meeting. And we appreciate your time and want to thank you all out there for participating in the Lytham Fall 2024 conference. Or thank you so much again.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you very much.